We are live and in living color. Hey, everybody out there. We got Mr. Tyson in the house already. Go Chiefs. Absolutely. World champions, my friends. World
That's right.
champions.
That's right.
I'm
And
sorry,
we
the
have-
Chiefs win the Super Bowl?
Oh.
Ooh, I think we have three of them in the house. I think we have Casey, Mo, and Tyson in house today, loving on the Chiefs.
Surrounded by Chiefs fans.
You
Beautiful.
are indeed. I was raised around Kansas City, so very exciting. So we have myself, the bearded practitioner, on. We have Dave with he is the beard guy, Casey Mo. He is our guest tonight. We have Bearded Life Joe. We have Mr. Chad with MechBeard and the Bearded Zebra coming in. So what are you guys up to?
Nothing, just working every day.
Yep. How's that going?
It's going as it should.
That's good. How you doing, Zebra? You got some exciting stuff going on, my friend. You got some exciting stuff. So tell us your good news.
This oil right here, which went on sale today, is pretty awesome. It was 30 made, and I think it was $520 that was raised. All of them sold out today within 5 hours. All 30 bottles were sold, and $520 was raised and donated to the Rare Disease Organization today. So
that's so awesome. That is
awesome.
So awesome.
That is really, really awesome, man. Cool. Joe, what is going on, my friend?
It's another day in the life, brother. I mean, getting back to normal right now. And, things were a little crazy the last few weeks. So the channel's kind of, everything kind of suffers when personal life suffers, So everything's slowed down a bit and all, but we're getting back to normal now. And I'm looking forward to tomorrow night, too. I'm going to be on there with Scott and Mech, and it should be a big deal. So
it's going to be awesome.
I'm just happy to be getting back to normal.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that, guys.
Oh, now, it's my turn.
Yep, Mr. Dave, what's going on?
Yes, Sam.
Nothing. Just chilling, man. Got some review stuff going.
Sammy Cake says hello.
Hi, Sammy Cakes. The queen of beards.
That's right.
Yeah, that's about it, man. Just chilling, enjoying Kansas City. And Joe, in case you hadn't ever seen it, that's a 1969 Chiefs Super Bowl ring.
Nice.
I'm a Giants fan. I got 4 of those. I'm a Giants fan. I got 4 of those. Thank you very much. Right.
We're happy to have 2. We're happy to have 2.
Yeah, 4 of those. Thank you very much.
Howard, that's awesome. That's awesome. You know what? I have to say this, that my mom remembers that Super Bowl, and she was a Packers fan back then. I was like, hey. So that's, I was like, how could you go against the Chiefs?
My mom was a Raiders fan.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Very great divide in the family.
Wow, that's bad, man. That's almost as bad as my uncle being a Cowboy fan.
Oh, yeah.
That's horrible for anybody.
That's like wars at Thanksgiving and stuff. He'll be like, oh, we're taking a division this year. I'll be like, you're taking nothing. You're going to take your food and go sit outside. You ain't welcome at this table anymore, sir.
Is she like that commercial where that one Raiders fan shows up and with his little lights on his shirt?
Oh, it was worse, man. Like, we'd go over there for like holiday dinners, and I'm talking Raiders blanket on the couch, Raiders mat when you walk in the door. Like, she was not opposed to letting everyone know how huge of a Raiders fan she was.
Like full-blown swag.
Yeah,
that's
ridiculous.
Cool. Purposely Bearded is on. Welcome. Thanks for coming on in.
What's up, Kevin?
So I will tell you this. The craziness is that I think anybody who's been a Chiefs fan, I don't know how old anybody is, but all of my life, the Chiefs were kind of like the Cardinals, which I'm a Cardinals fan too, but definitely more on the Chiefs fan because I grew up, that was when I started playing football around Kansas City area. And I mean, what was it? Nick Lauer was the best player on the entire team. You remember that? Like the 80s. It was like, that was it. The kicker was the best player.
Yeah. We're good. We're lucky this year.
We did.
It's funny. it's funny, you know, I've been a Giants fan my whole life. My grandfather made sure that, but there's always other teams that like you enjoy kind of watching and stuff. And for some reason, I always liked watching the Chiefs going back. I mean, way back. And you're right, though. They've been like the Cardinals. One year they would flare up and it would look like this is it. They're going to finally get things going right. And then things will plummet. But you guys got Mahomes now. That's it. The run has started.
Dude,
Mahomes is on his way up. Brady's on his way out. And the AFC is now owned by the Chiefs. I promise you.
Dude, it definitely looks like it. Yeah. I think that he's going to be, you know, I think he'll just have, the only thing that I worry about with him is since he's a mobile quarterback that he'll run into some injury issues.
Yeah, but he's not as mobile as some others. Like, yes, he will run if he has to, but mostly his mobility is used to scramble and find the open receiver. So I think he's going to be fine.
Yeah, more like Russell Wilson, I think. And Russell Wilson's been in the league for a while. So, yeah, for sure. They just need to beef up that defense. We'll be unstoppable next year.
You got Spagnuolo. Just get him some pass rushers. You guys got our old defensive coordinator. Just get him some pass rushers. He'll take care of the rest. I promise you.
Absolutely so. So what is in beard, my friends? What is in beard? I want to hear everybody out in the audience. What is in your beard? What is in our guys' beard?
I'm rocking the new collab between Tyson, Faithfully Bearded, and Barden, Reformed.
Oh.
I still haven't tried Barden. That's so bad.
They're the best, dude. They are the gold standard. No doubt about it.
I haven't tried them yet. They're on my list. Everybody's on my list.
You won't be disappointed. They're nice.
They're really good. Yeah.
I have the zebra in, of course.
Nice.
Got the Moon Man from Voodoo.
Cool.
That stuff is awesome.
Yeah. What do you got going on, Joe?
I got a really good-looking guy in my beard.
I can't wait for that to get here.
Like, I mean, that's just a sexy beard oil right there. Like, there's no way around it. That guy's awesome.
He is an awesome dude. I know him. Like, he's like so awesome that he like lets me into his live streams while he's like giving away stuff. That's pretty awesome.
Hey, man.
What a hell of a guy.
You let everybody in. I'm letting everybody in, man. You guys want to do it, just let me know. We're doing our next one in March. Whoever wants in, let me know. You're in. I don't care.
It's fun.
It's a party. Fun. We're having a good time.
That's it. Yeah, it's totally fun. I am still rocking my Simply Tailored. And I have their 1 mil. I think today was the last day, and I'm moving on to some new products. So I'm excited about that.
So Simply Tailored are they a UK company?
They are a multifaceted company.
Yeah, I've seen like 8 different guys on their Instagram lives.
So they have the US based one. I'm like good friends with a few of those guys. They have the US based company. The UK front is actually 2 or 3 guys who run it over there. And now they just opened up in Australia and I believe Mexico as well.
Nice.
Yeah, their website is international, that's for sure. And you can order from all of them. So that is, yeah, I honestly am so impressed by their products, especially, and I was not prepared for the step in hemp oil. You can add a little bit of hemp oil to your, and it is a game changer. It's a good product, very good product. The smells are great too. I think you tried Cool Water last week, didn't you, Joe?
My God, I love that stuff.
It's a good cologne. It's a good cologne, and it's
stuff, man.
Smat, and it's like right on the money. I'm excited about trying out Seds to get a comparison. I can't wait to hear what because you've tried some cologne-based scents, and I think that I know. You know what? Beard Octane has a ton of cologne-based scents, so Chad will help kind of figure out where this stands.
I think Mech's Beard Octane. You guys. I mean, you think?
I don't even know what that is.
Not at all. But I think that's when I think of cologne scents. I'm thinking Beard Justice, Beard Octane, and now my Simply Tailored.
Well, you also got to be thinking.
Beard Octane is really good.
You got to be thinking Broke Edge. You got to be thinking. There's a few new ones in the game, and I mean, cologne scent are my game though, man. I love the cologne scented ones. That's just me. That's me. That's who I am.
Yeah, that's where I started, and that's where I kind of like try to that's my center general place. But I've been branching out into the coffee. Well, I branch into everything. So
cologne and oud.
Oud is good.
Yeah, there's a newer company I think that's doing like colognes too. Isn't it like First Line Grooming or something like that?
Yeah, they're out of St. Louis.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Like St. Louis. That's nice. My dad grew up around St. Louis.
Epic Beards is doing cologne too. Yeah.
Oh, cool. That's good.
Dude, I've got cologne scents from just about everybody. I mean, everybody makes their cologne scent sooner or later.
Yeah, I think if you want to keep in the game, you got to make something that smells like a good cologne, right? Do you know Tex from Barn Brand? He makes some unique. They are awesome. They are really, really good. I would say he was on top of his game with those, and they're like one of those like crazy wizard stuff that you're like, how does that makes that smell? It's great. So discussion-wise, let's have our first discussion topic. And the first two were given to us by Mr. Zebra, and the last one is definitely one close to Joe's heart. So we'll talk about that, save that till the end, because that's a really good one and kind of goes into some different places. But so we're going to talk free reviewers. So the first thing is that reviewers that are just in the game and only ask for products, and they will only review companies that give them free products. What's our thoughts?
What did I just do?
Yeah, I was like, where did he go?
Wait. Let's take a turn here. Who's going first?
Okay,
go ahead.
You go, Joe.
I'll get our guest, our guest.
Yeah, Dave, go ahead.
So here's where I'm at with it. I remember prior to becoming a reviewer, just as a consumer, right? I didn't have any problem spending money to buy what I wanted. I didn't see an issue with like, hey, I watched a review. I watched Tyson or Dan or somebody do a review, and that sounds great, so I'm going to purchase it. So in the review arena, if I see something I like, I'm going to grab it. I'm going to review it. There have been companies but I think there's that fine line, like people that are just like, hey, I'm a reviewer, send me stuff for free. Like, I don't think that puts a bad light on a lot of us. But for honestly, like us free reviewers, it's our time right now. Companies like having a nice free review. They don't mind sending some stuff out, but I still purchase. My wife hates it, dude. I spend so much money on beard stuff, but I mean, it's worth it. You know, I like it. So that's just my thoughts on it.
You know, I think where you get into the funny area is when you get to the reviewers who, like you said in the beginning, the only thing they're doing is reviewing something if somebody's sending them something for free, pretty much. So they're not putting any of their money into the community. I'm a lot like Dave. When I got started, I was just buying my own stuff. And at this point, if a company wants to send me something, great. If not, eventually I will get to it. But if you're only reviewing something that you're getting for free, like if you're never making any purchases, I have a hard time looking at you and taking you serious at that point. Because how can I really, at that point, why wouldn't you just keep giving positive reactions to everything just to make sure you're getting everything for free? It's a fine line.
So, and to your point, so the reason why I thought about this, and this is a very good topic, there is a few people that I know of in this community that ask for free products, and they have yet to give a negative review for that same reason. And I know so there, and I know I've had the conversation about it, and it is one of those things where you feel, I think the person doing the review feels obligated to give them because they got something for free.
I mean, listen, even when you just get something sent to you for free from a company, it's an uneasy feeling when you don't like the product.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it's something we've all run into. And to me, honesty is above everything else. Because if I'm not real, if I'm not being honest, then somebody's going to go out there and buy that product on my word. And then they're going to come back and be like, this product is complete garbage.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Honesty is key for sure. But
yeah,
I personally, I still buy just about everything that I get. I've had a few companies, reach out and they've sent me stuff, and I give my honest opinion on it. But yeah, I'm with Dave. Buy everything. If somebody's reaching out, to give you a product to try out and give them a review on it, then yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. But definitely, I don't think anybody should be asking a company for the product. I just don't feel that that's right.
Right.
Well, what I'm more kind of curious about is how do we all feel when it comes to those guys? Like, all right, so we know there are some of them out there. Again, we know there are some that are just doing whatever they're getting for free. It's almost easy to spot them because it's the same stuff all of us have reviewed, and we know that it's the company that's given us stuff in the past.
Yeah.
But instead of there being fillers in between, they're just doing whatever you see that they get for free. How do you feel about those reviewers? I mean, I'm just curious. I really want to know.
So I think, again, just personal opinion, and I've ran into this on accident. So sometimes being a new reviewer, I know some of you guys can relate. Like, I want to introduce myself to a company, right? I want to be like, hey, I'm new in the game. That's like my go-to. Like, I let them know, hey, I'm new. If I purchase a product or if I grab something, would you mind me doing a review? Some companies have that obligation where they're like, oh, I'll send it to you. And then I'm in that bad spot. But I don't, what do you do? Like, what can you say to somebody that's just, and I've seen it, I'm probably the newest out of all you guys, but I've seen it. Like, I don't know what to say. I've had products that I was literally like, this is not good, you know? And then I've seen reviews come out where the guy's like, oh, this is the best thing in the world. I'm so glad that, and it's just, I mean, I'm a big integrity fan, man. I don't know what to say about it. But I do know that sometimes that line gets confused. Like when I send a message, a company will be like, well, we don't send anything for free. And I'm thinking to myself, well, okay, like I don't have a problem with that, but I don't know what to do. I heard this conversation the other night, same kind of way. Like it's everywhere in the community, and that sucks, man. A company can't survive.
Well, and I look at it through. Go ahead, Zebra. Go ahead.
I mean, in any which case, I mean, you always should be honest, no matter what. I mean, whether you have bought it or gotten it, you should still be honest, but just have common courtesy about it. Just don't be a straight up, what about it. I mean, just be courteous, but also put your time into it because it is your time that you're also putting into it for them. So, and everybody else, that's going to possibly purchase it.
Yeah, I agree. And then I think that, what is your perspective on this, Chad?
I think there's definitely a fine line. I mean, there's an incredibly fine line. There's so many different variables to the situation, to the people that are like, asking for it, to the people that are actually spending their hard-earned money for it. And then you've got the company themselves that, they spend their hard-earned money and their time to make this product, especially for somebody that's just going to disrespect, and ask for it free and maybe even not even give them an honest review.
Right. And the reason why I said free reviewers asking for free products, because there are reviewers that are doing this and they're bigger than us, way bigger than us, that are getting paid for it because they have the influence, they're huge influencers, and they do get free products. And I think that that getting free products from them is a different story than some guy who's a free reviewer who doesn't, maybe doesn't have his clout built up yet, only has a certain amount of followers.
This guy sit on the other side of me real quick. Enjoy his company for now because real soon he's going to take off and we're going to be watching him as he goes up to the top. So
never.
Enjoy the fact that he's here right now because he ain't going to be here long.
Well, that's what
you guys see the movies he creates. He ain't going to be around us long. He's
got really good, really good.
Yeah. I saw his equipment. I saw that you had. What do you have you have some nice camera equipment, Dave. What do you got? I saw your back. I saw your display, but what do you have for camera equipment?
This is my standard go-to. It's got a stupid lens on it right now, but M50, Canon M50.
Nice.
So
man, I'm happy with my tripod and my ring here. Like, and I wouldn't have that if it wasn't for somebody. So
yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird. It's kind of off topic, but like I've been super blessed. You know what I mean? Like not necessarily monetarily, but like to be able to get the stuff I get and help other people out. But the community itself is what's pushed me to do better. You know, like these guys, even the big influencers that we're talking about right now, literally every one of them, if I message them, they're like, hey, do this. Hey, why don't you try this? I mean, the community itself is insane. I love it, man. I'm
Agreed.
always going to be with you guys. Like, if you guys know Tyson, I don't know how well you know Faithfully Bearded. That poor guy and Cribs get phone calls from me complaining about everything in the world. But honestly, I like where I'm at, man. I like making videos just to make videos. It's fun, you know?
It's definitely fun.
So
I think that's the most important part of this thing too, is that when this doesn't become fun anymore, I'm done. Like when it gets to the point where this feels like a job, or it feels like like I have to do this, then I'm done. That's not why I'm doing this. I'm doing this because it's an escape from my normal world, and I enjoy the brotherhood and all that stuff. And the day it ends, then you know what? If it becomes a job or something, I'm done. I'm just going to go back to buying my products, and I'm good.
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Joe brought up something that I completely just lost my train of thought. What did you say that made me think about something I wanted to talk about?
I've said a lot tonight, brother. So
circle back. I'll be here.
So this is
said a lot tonight, sir. So
this is out of Epic
yes,
Beard.
my beard looks really good, guys. You see,
It
this?
does look good, man.
Awesome,
it does.
man.
Excellent.
Wow. Having
So
a
how do
good
you
day
guys?
today.
Yeah, it's a good day. How do you feel about a reviewer reaching out and offering to pay for a product, and the company's turning the payment turning the payment, and sending free stuff?
Okay.
Turning out the payment.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I've had, like Dave said, I'm sorry. That way. There we go. That's better. So, like Dave said, I do the same thing. Back when I first started, I was an idiot, and I sent out a letter to everybody on the planet, and hey, I'm me. Send me something. That's because some other reviewer who was a lot bigger than me told me that's the way to do things. I've learned my lesson since then. Now I'm like Dave. I like to send out basically a hey, how you doing? This is what we do over here. I'm planning on getting your stuff and doing a review on it. Is it okay with you? I don't like reviewing companies unless I talk to them first.
Right.
I don't I want them to know this is coming, because good or bad, I feel like they have the right to know it's their products. So there's been a few times where like David said, they've responded, and I've gotten both responses. One, I've gotten, oh, don't worry about it. Just give me your address and we'll send you some stuff. And I'm like, all right, but that's not what I said. But okay, I mean, what am I going to do at this point? And then I've gotten the other one where they've said, hey, I don't send free products. And I'm like, I didn't ask for, I just said hi. Like, all I did was say hi.
Right.
If the company takes it on itself to send somebody out free product, I don't know anybody who looks free in the mouth and turns it away. We've all got normal lives. We've all got bills. We've all got reality. So if somebody's offering something for free where it doesn't have to come out of our pockets, it's hard to say no. It is. The question is can we all? I mean, all of us, because I've given negative reviews to companies that have sent me free stuff. It's happened. I'm going to be honest above everything else. The question is can we all stay honest, even knowing that in the back of our minds, man, that company was so cool. They just sent me out a bunch of free stuff. And now I'm going to sit here and be like, yeah, your stuff is garbage though. Sorry.
I think it's like Zebra said, like, as long as you maintain the respect level, because I think we all know that companies are sending stuff for honest opinions, right? There can be things that need to be worked on. Sometimes, right. Well, let's use that in a perfect world. Let's say in a perfect world.
Absolutely.
They want honest feedback. So are you doing them any justice by, and I've seen it, like I said, this is the greatest thing on earth, but is it? It's really funny that Sean Epic, I reached out to him and I told him I was thinking about buying a product, and then I got caught in a live chat, and I was like, I don't even have a cologne scent. You know what I mean? Like, if you look through my shelves, I had no cologne scents.
Dude, what's going on? Call me, brother. Call me. I got plenty. I'll send you something, dude.
And Sean sent me out something, you know. So like, I've been on every side of the fence on this one, but
You know,
I don't know.
I'm ashamed to say I haven't tried Epic yet. I get where everything comes from here, though. You know, there's so many ways you can lean with these things. You know, like where do you stand? Where don't you stand? How do you feel about it? At the end of the day, though, to me, the review itself, the video you put out, will determine whether or not you're taking things as seriously as you should. Because, like Dave said, are you just getting in front of the camera and going, "This is the greatest stuff I've ever used. Buy it," and then that's it? Or are you giving people the full rundown? Are you explaining to them why it's a good product or a bad product? And even if it is a negative review, there is a way you can do it. You can get on there and be like, "Listen, you can try and point out whatever positives there were to the product." And then you can also, at the end, always add in, like, to me, this isn't a good, like, simply put, in my opinion, this is not a good product.
Right. Yep.
And that's what, if you talk to Dan, who his sister is a attorney, he is always saying, these are facts and these are my opinion. And as long as you keep in those guidelines, you're not blasting anybody. It's always your opinion. So would any of you consider a product, product bad only because the scent profile is not particularly for you?
I can answer that one. I'll tackle that one. No, I would not consider it a bad product, but I probably would not wear it, though. I mean, I would try it, but I probably just wouldn't wear it.
I have tried products that I will not put in again. I will still try it. I'll give it a test. I won't poo-poo it either, because I know that scent profiles are like the ocean. Everybody has one. It's so wide in variety, and everybody has an opinion about what they like and what they don't like. It's so I can tell you the profile, and I can say it's not for me.
Right. So me and Mech actually just had a situation like this, where we did a trade simply based upon the scent profiles. That's all this was based upon. Because when we talked, we both knew that we both had products that were good. Okay, yep. I had Fable products that I knew Fable makes a great product. I just didn't like the scent profiles that I had. He had Norseman products and he knew it was an awesome product. He just didn't like the scent profile that he had. So yep. I was like, you know what? I'm going to send my stuff to you. You send your stuff to me, and we'll both be happy at the end of the day. You can't bash a product because of the scent profile. You can't do it. Right. Because at the end of the day, what I think smells terrible, Dave might think is the most amazing smelling thing on the planet. Scent profiles really are, what's the word I'm looking for?
Subjective.
There you go.
Right on. Yeah,
scent profiles really are subjective, unless it smells like 3-day-old turds or something like that. And that's not subjective. It smells like, but
that's facts.
Most scent profiles are subjective. Like, if you handed me something with a ton of cinnamon in it, I'm going to tell you that's terrible. Get that away from me. That's the worst scent I've ever had. Dave might get it and be like, that smells fantastic.
Right.
Maybe he likes cinnamon, right? That's exactly it.
Everybody has personal preference.
Yeah, there's two top things that has to go into it. Number one being, does it work? And number two being, does it harm my beard? Mm-hmm. And then
if you harm my beard, I am slamming you. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
If you give me something that hurts my beard, if you give me something that hurts my beard, forget the review. I'm coming for you. Okay.
Look out, Joe's coming. She's coming.
I should have had you there the day that guy got me. So I think we're going to move on. Very awesome topic. So now we have a really fun one. So this is just beard gear, our favorite beard gear. And I think, Joe, you had this one, and I think Zebra also talked about it. So let's see some beard gear. I think we all picked up some cool beard gear to show people. So who wants to go first and show off some really cool beard gear that
Everybody
they have?
Just shove stuff in the camera. Let's go.
Dave, go ahead. I know you had some cool stuff.
I did. So this is my in my whole complete collection, and it's gonna sound crazy. But this, like, these are the titanium series badass beard care scissors.
I wanted to get those.
I never saw myself paying this much money for a pair of scissors, but they are awesome. But this is the one I was showing you guys earlier. The old, the tactical, all metal on metal, like laser engraved beard mustache combo.
Looking. Like the thing is just really tough looking.
Yeah, it is. The mustache side works great. I actually reached out to the owner and I was like, listen, man, I have a really wiry, like super curly beard. I'm scared. Like I fear this much metal in my face. You know what I mean? But it's really cool. I mean, it's super cool comb. Yeah. Yeah.
The grandma memories. That's funny, Tyson.
Who's up?
Joe, go ahead. Go ahead, Joe. Go ahead.
You want me to go? Okay. Yeah. Well, since you showed off something from Badass, I'll show my favorite tool from Badass, and that's their oxhorn comb.
Yep.
Absolutely love this thing. Okay. I know people are hit and miss on Badass, but this is exactly what it says it is. It's Badass. Okay. So that's number one. And then my newest one that I just got in today, actually, from Main Jack. It comes in its own little leather case, which is awesome. The leather case comes inside of a case, and then it's full wood with a laser etched skull sitting on it.
That's awesome.
Nice.
That's for dope.
Yeah.
And then
nice.
Just to give you guys a look at you guys all know the double-sided combs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think I've got the biggest one around. Well, maybe not the biggest one, but it's pretty close. From Bush Claws.
Oh my goodness.
The 4-claw. See, it's even got claws on the little end.
That's
crazy.
That's awesome.
That's gonna get through a big beard.
Yeah, this thing is my travel piece. I keep this in my travel pack and I just leave it there.
That's pretty low key too. I like that.
So that was my most previous purchase. It was just a Walmart one, but it was a lot better than the one that I had because I had one that was like $4 off of Amazon, so I had to get me a replacement one. This one's actually pretty solid, heavy duty one.
And where did you get it? Where did you get it from?
Walmart. It's a Cremo brand one.
Okay.
Those are thick. They're thick.
Yeah, this one is. Yeah, these things are thick. Like I don't have it in here with me, but
you guys there?
Dave, yeah, we're here. You got us still?
Can you hear us?
He lost his audio.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, if he needs to jump off again, we'll jump back in.
I think I'm just going to carry this thing around with me and make people wonder what it is every time I take it out.
That is so cool, man. I love stuff like that.
Yeah, my last one was crooked. The cheap one on Amazon, it was like a thinner and crooked like through there. So it kept
bring it a little closer to the camera.
Yeah.
That's the Cremo one?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Well, I've seen the cheaper ones.
That's like actually pretty nice considering.
Yeah, it's pretty
really
thick.
So thick.
Yeah, these things are thick.
Keep it away from Johnny Grooms.
I was just thinking about that.
I was thinking about that. I was wondering. I was like, he could probably do it, but this one actually would be kind of hard. Like for me, anyway. I mean, I probably would not be able to do it, but Johnny might.
I challenge him to be able to break that.
Don't do that,
Johnny. If you watch it, pick up the Cremo from Walmart, the sandalwood, and break this thing.
We are challenging you, Johnny.
Yes.
So,
but I think I could break most of my brushes, my combs. I think I could break them. I want to.
I think so, but I don't want.
All right.
What do you got going on, did Chad? He took off for a second. Okay, so Chad, what do you got?
So I got obviously the Beard Octane.
Of course. Wow, what a shock! Oh wow, it's something from Beard Octane.
No, never. No, but this oxhorn comb is really sweet. It'll snag through the wiry beard real nice.
I know. I want that one actually. I was just messing with you. I do want that one.
Is that the wider period?
Is that the wider tooth one or the thinner tooth?
That's the wider one.
Yeah, that's the one I want.
Yep. And then obviously another one. But this is a detangler brush. And I use those two on a regular every single day. And they work well together.
Nice.
Very nice.
Very
I got
nice.
my brushes. I don't know we were showing off. Anybody got Zobarhar?
No, I've heard about them though.
Dude, this thing is a beast, okay? Johnny Grooms will never break this guy, okay? That's a promise.
Oh, and now that's a brush.
I think
Yeah,
Is that the fine bore?
I saw.
No, this is the stiff bore bristle. This is the major, is what they call it, okay?
Okay.
That's
Okay,
nice.
so funny story. Zilbarhar reached out to me by accident. Not a lie here. Dead honest. By accident. They thought I was a different reviewer, apparently. Right? So then they got to talking to me, and they were like, oh, wait, so did your daughter do all the unboxings? And I was like, yeah. Okay, cool. We're going to send you something then. Of course you are. Yeah, now you are. Right. They didn't care if I reviewed it or not. They just wanted to see Sam open their box.
That's hilarious. So I just have a bunch of main jack stuff. That's what I got the big, huge, like massive. Now, when I had the big beard down to here, this was perfect for baby beard, not so much. And then I've been using this boar's hair bristle brush from them. But my son got the ultimate. He got this from a friend, and this thing has soft kind of boar's hair on one side, and then the really thick, like crazy, like it's gonna get through your beard.
That's cool.
Yeah, and I kind of like that because then you could go, you're getting one side and just flip it, and then just refine it. So it's super cool.
Have you guys seen this yet?
Oh, I have seen that. What is that though?
Is that from Bell's Woodworking?
No, this is Live Bearded's new one.
Oh,
cool.
wow. I've got their old one.
Yeah, it's a monster, dude.
I got this guy.
I forgot about that. Yeah, it's nice. It's huge. I mean, there's my hand next to it. So
Let me see, like,
brush.
Oh my god, dude!
It's a
you know
monster.
what? It's funny. I haven't ordered from Live Bearded in so long, and they're really what got me hooked into the community. But there's so many companies. I just haven't gotten a chance to go buy something new from them.
Right.
Like they just put out the Gunslinger, and I really wanted to get it, but I wound up buying this and then buying that, and then I was like, oh man, the Gunslinger was out. Damn. Oh well. Maybe
Andy's claim to fame is they are here in Scottsdale, Arizona, and my first purchase from Live Bearded, I went down to their office and met all of them. Hung out with them for about 20-30 minutes, got a tour of their warehouse and hung out for about 20-30 minutes, talked to Mink for a little bit about spirituality, because he does those Mink in the mornings.
They sent me a birthday card.
They're good people.
That's awesome.
They're awesome.
They are all great dudes. All
Yeah, and they're one of those companies that they're in it. They have that warehouse, and not Mink, but the other guy, and I can't remember the guy with the
Spencer.
Yeah, Spencer. So Spencer is from Prescott, which is just up the road again. And so he kind of said, "Hey, let's go to Arizona." But they originally were in Vegas for a little bit, and they have a rep that's out in, I think he's in Mo somewhere.
Are you talking about Nathan?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's there with them now.
Oh, is he in Arizona?
Yeah, he moved out.
Oh, cool.
Dude, they're going big or go home at this point. They're in. Like, they're not a part-time company. They're going full-time. They're doing music videos. Like, I've got friends with hairy faces. It's hilarious. Like, I don't know if you guys have seen it or not.
That's a good one.
It's one of the greatest things ever made. Like,
Gunslinger, just put it this way, 2,500 orders. 2,500 orders. And that was the first week.
Sorry, I was
Wow.
I was trying to keep myself from laughing from the chat.
Yeah, what did they say?
The one about the comb in the pocket.
Jeez. That's what I love about our guys. We have such good community members. I just love cracking up over stuff. It's good stuff.
Oh yeah.
So what is So does anybody use a comb that is like what is the really expensive comb that everybody talks a million things about? And I have like the cheaper Sally version, which is the Kent comb. Has anybody used that and said, hey, yeah, that's definitely worth the money?
I've got a Kent comb as well.
Combs.
What is a Kent comb? I don't know.
You know what? Now I got to get up again, Zebra. Fine. Hold on.
So
mine's at work, or I'd show it, but I leave it at work.
On like a Kent note, like I've seen, I think every big reviewer puts out like a Kent comb, or they'll be like throw like a nonchalant, I'll get my Kent comb, I have them and they're great.
Okay.
They're great. They're great combs. They know what they're doing.
Yeah, and they're laser edged, right? Laser etched or laser created or something to where they won't catch your hair.
Yeah.
Ignore the beat up one because he goes into the shower with me to get my beard done. So that's one. Then they got the little one, or the medium sized one, and then they got the little mini one for your mustache.
The Freddy. That's called the Freddy.
Little mini guy.
I've seen Dan C use those. Now that you
Everybody,
showed it,
just about any one of the bigger ones, they've all got Kent combs. Every one of them, because they're good combs to just have around.
Yeah, they're basically like hair combs, like originally, right? And people just use them in beard.
I think they originally did like grooming combs, and then Practitioner nailed it. Like they found some way, like they sand in between all the tines, if that's what they're called, whatever they're called, to make sure there's no edges. And I mean, they really get into it.
How does it prevent from getting static with the plastic there? Is it made out of plastic?
I think it's the type of material they use.
Yeah, I've heard what it's called. I can't remember what it's called though.
It's like a polymer of something. It's not just like straight plastic. Yeah,
there's no static. I can promise you that. It glides through pretty easily.
Yeah. So I got one from Sally's, and I have been perfectly happy with it. So I never felt like I needed to go buy the Kent comb because I got something at Sally's for like $6 compared to like $15 for a Kent comb.
Dude, buy the 3-pack for like 24, something like that.
Yeah,
25.
that's true.
Did you get the mustache comb?
I did
not
get.
Looks like a little mustache.
No, that's the one I need. That looks like a nice one, actually.
I have the one that has a little handlebar mustache on it from Sally's.
Sally's is good. See, Sally's, I don't know what you guys think, but Sally's is a good place to go for good products for your beard. Not like beard grooming products, but for they have heated brushes there, and you can pick them up for like $30. Does anybody have a heated brush in the first place? I have not. Yeah. What do you guys think?
I gave mine away.
Which one did you have?
It's a cheap one on Amazon. It was like $30.
Is that the Aberlite?
But it works well though. It's called Movember.
Oh,
interesting.
Oh, the Nichole bar.
Oh, who has that?
Joe,
yeah.
This isn't just the Nichole bar, sir.
That's a pro, isn't it?
It's the
That's a pro, sir. From my buddy Jeff over at MASC.
That's awesome.
Nice.
I would love to try one. Like I've done the blow dryer thing once, and my wife had to help me, but it still doesn't straighten that good with just a blow dryer.
I got a second
original.
Guess who just jumped in, guys? Mr. Ryan.
Oh, Ryan, what's going on? Where are you, bro? What the hell? Like,
you still at work?
Jump on in.
You left me surrounded by these nerds, Ryan, dude. What are you doing? No.
I definitely want to try out a Nichole bar.
I wonder if he's still at work.
You can jump in, Ryan, if you want.
Listen, to me, I've tried a few heated bars, a few heated brushes, and I know that what's his name? Scuba did the whole thing where he debunked them all and said they're all the same thing, basically. So don't spend the extra money on the Nichole bar. That's his opinion, and I'm not going to say he's wrong. That's the way he feels. I've used a few different ones, and the one that works best for me is the Nichole bar. And believe me, if it didn't, I would tell you because I can't afford $100 on a heated brush. Right. But it's the best one I've used so far.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I'm a blow dryer fan.
Me too.
Yeah, so am I. I don't use it that much, but when I do want to use one, that's the one I'm going to use. But I'm a blow dryer guy. That's what I did today. Look at my beard today, man.
Yeah,
See, the blow dryer works.
I've only tried blow drying it once, but I think I probably should try doing it more often. But like I did it once, and it didn't seem like it made much of a difference to me. Maybe once it gets longer or something, I don't know. But like I don't know if you can tell, but my beard, it has like natural curls in it, like all over at the bottom. It likes to curl up.
Just
and
keep.
I comb it like all the time, but it just. So I just left it that way.
When I got mine a little bit bigger, that's when I started going. And what I do is I can't remember who gave this. Is probably Dan. He said go through once with the heated while you're drying it out, and then you kind of flip it around to make sure you get it, and then low heat. The cool setting, the cool whatever it is setting.
Right.
And that I finished that up, and it was perfect every time.
Yeah, it's hard for me to do the blow dryer thing, because like I can't stand very well on my own. So like I had to have my wife help me, and it was hard to do. And she's not going to want to do it like every time. She'll be like, no.
Oh yeah, that might be. I get you. I feel you.
I mean, it's just a pain in the butt. I mean, if I can try to do a heated brush, like eventually, whatever, and just try a cheap one, I might in the future.
No, that second one I have has been going. Bearded Metal Chef James. I've been sending that second K-bar to him for 2 months now. I'm terrible at that stuff, dude. It'll be summertime before you freaking get the thing. I'm horrible with it. I keep telling him, I'm sending it, dude. I'm sending it. Don't worry, it's on the way.
Yeah. So why are they calling it? So Tyson makes a good point. Who calls it the Kuschel bar? Why? What's the purpose of the name? Anybody know? It's German, maybe.
It's got to be German.
I talked to him a few times. I asked him once, and his response has been, just the name I gave it. So I don't know if it means something to him, and he's just not letting on to it yet or something, but that's what it's called. It's called the Kuschel bar. Like, I call it the K bar because it's easier to say.
He is a bear. So anyway, so moving on. So anybody else have some really? I really like that. I like the things where it's laser edged into these things. I love that. I really like that tactical, but it's kind of weird that it's metal. I have not wanted to try anything metal in my beard, but it's cool looking.
So I'm the same way. I read an article that guy put out that said the point of the metal brush is you can run it under hot water and heat the brush up, and then it'll have a straightening property. I mean, I'm scared to death to try it. I can't. I don't know that I can do it.
Do it.
Listen, we did a review for Nichole City. They sent us out some really cool stuff, and their oils are fantastic. Awesome little company, and they sent me a metal comb that had a handlebar mustache built into it. And first thing I wrote, I said, guys, everything's awesome. I'm not using this though. I was like, I don't know what to tell you. I was like, all those little metal teeth, they just look like something waiting to rip my beard right out. Mm-hmm. I'm good. Not doing it.
It means cuddly bear. Cuddly bear. That's funny. Well, that's very so Tyson's saying it means cuddly bear. Oh no, Ryan's on it. Cuddly bear in German. Nice. So that's Kuschelbar.
Maybe that's what he wanted for it to mean, because you'll be nice and soft after you use it. You'll be like a cuddly bear.
There you go.
Jeff Chastain, is that his name?
Yes.
Yeah, he looks like a cuddly bear. He looks like
he's a good dude. He's a good dude. He is.
That's cool. So moving on to the next topic, and this is Joe's. This is all about Joe right now. We're going to talk about, and this is something he brought up. So this is. I think that we can go with the fact that we can first go with negative comments in IG or YouTube that from people that are just out with a bunch of hate. And I think, Joe, you have an example of something that happened to you recently. I would love to hear more about your story, and then we can kind of talk about it.
All right. So recently, my grandmother passed away. I've been I've been dealing with that, and things have been a little slow on my end because of all my family situations and such. So the last couple days, we kind of got back to normal a little bit. I put up a Beard Talks video yesterday, and then I put up a review today that we had done. And all of a sudden, how when you get a message on Instagram or something, it goes to like a request thing because you don't know them. So it said that I got a request from someone. And at the same time, I got a message on the video on YouTube. So I go to check the message on the video on YouTube first. And as I'm checking it, I see that it says something like, "Didn't your grandmother just die?" or something to that effect. And then the message in Instagram, I check it, I click on it, and it says, "I guess your grandmother's death didn't affect you all that much if you're over here making videos still."
Wow.
That's messed up.
And I was like, okay. So as I went through processing everything, I went to go click back on YouTube to try and find the comment. And my plans were to screenshot it and post it up on Instagram. And then the comment was gone. So then I go to Instagram now and I'm like, okay, well, the message will be there still, right? And I go and look, I'm trying to find out who this person is. And it's basically just a complete troll account. Like there's nothing. The thing was just created. He doesn't follow anybody but me. And it's somebody who essentially made an account just to go out there and mess with me and tried to do something that would piss me off as bad as they could. So my options really were, do I give this person the time of day and go back at them and give them essentially what they wanted here? Or do I swallow it up and ignore them and know that they're just hateful-minded little people who are trying to get a rise out of me and not really let them get off with that?
Right. Yeah, don't feed into it.
But it puts us in an awkward spot a lot of the times because how do you react? Do you react at all? What do you do?
Yeah. Go
ahead, Zebra.
You shouldn't really let it bother you a whole lot. Especially from the evidence that you've seen and everything, because it's just like the other day, I can't remember who it was. They had their profile copied, some troll copied their profile and was basically asking people for money and products. It's just it's like, who does that kind of stuff? Pretending to be somebody,
Someone that doesn't have a life.
Right.
Yeah, it's just these people and somebody has said something about me before and all that crap, and y'all know that, and it wasn't even nobody important either. It's aggravating, yes, but at the same time, you can't really feed into it because you're just going to end up beating yourself up like I did over it.
Well, so Andy always has a few opinions on this, and it's coming from some other places. But first, hate never beats hate. So that's a thing.
My right cross does.
Yeah. Hate never beats hate. And, that's always a big thing. The other thing is that I always believe that anybody who goes on and does things like that, and I've seen it throughout our community, and some are known, some people get known, they are known. Some of them are making troll accounts to go kind of bash on somebody that they are not particularly caring for. And the thing that I've always noted is that I actually have, and this is something that's all personal to me, but I generate compassion for somebody like that. Somebody who has no life to that point that they have to feel like the need to go do that makes me actually really sad for them. Yeah. Because why would you ever feel in a place where each one of us I think all of us are very positive people on here trying to share our love for beard products and, trying to share it with a community that gives back to us. Why in the heck would you feel that you would try to attack personally somebody that you really don't know that well?
But I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No. You go ahead.
No, I mean, what kind of got to me here was that it wasn't like a, hey, you don't know shit about beards comment, or hey, you know, your beard looks stupid comment. Those hurt too, but still. That's not what this was. This was a personal grounded attack against a situation that I'm still trying to recover from at this point.
Right.
You know, so at first every inch of me was like, find out where this person lives and make sure he can never talk again. Like that's my first instinct.
Yeah.
I had to go and calm down. I smoked a couple cigarettes. I was like, all right, I'm good. I'm not going to hurt him. Then it was find out who this person is, period. And from all I can see, it's just a troll account. So at that point, I'm like, okay, I'm not going to give this person the light of day. I'm not going to do it because there's no good that's going to come out of it. Just a lot of angry people getting mad because of something that there's nothing that can be done.
I think, and I want to look at it in kind of a different light. Like, first off, that's disgusting, but I'm with Practitioner. Like, I know everybody doesn't know how, like, I'm very Jewish, right? And I don't want to get off on a side note, but like, I have to like pray through gritted teeth for people like that sometimes, because I mean, really, somebody told me one time, if you look at people like that, like they're sick, like with cancer, you know, are you going to talk that way to somebody? And it's just kind of always how I've played it. But on the flip side of that coin, is it, I mean, can you get mad at the troll accounts? I mean, you can, I get it. But when there's people in the community that are going live and bashing people right there in everybody's face, you know what I mean? So, I mean, it sucks, but I'm glad you didn't go beat anybody's face off.
That's so true.
Because that would suck. But I mean, I guess it comes with the territory. Like, haters are going to be haters, man. But I do think that was a very, very far reach to go just to get at somebody. But I don't know. I don't believe in bullying in any form or fashion. Like, I don't think it's cool. I don't think it's all right. I'm kind of a jerk sometimes on accident, but I don't believe in that. Sucks, man. It's unfortunate.
Well, you know, what was crazy was when it happened, again, I'm trying to kind of calm myself and center myself, if you will. So I reached out to my uncle and I talked to him, and it's his mother. So and he does post on it, stuff like that, and on a lot of social media stuff. And he's like, listen, I know what he said was disgusting and terrible. He's like, but as you kind of get more and more into the public light, he's like, believe it or not, they're going to come out more and more.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, and the sole reason they're doing it is because they want to see you flip out.
Mm-hmm.
Because then they've gotten their mission accomplished. Nobody might know that it's them you're flipping out about, but they know. And that's all they cared about.
Well, it can even go down to the one person. I have one person, and I don't know who it is, always dislikes one of my videos as soon as it comes out. And I made somebody mad somewhere, and it can be that small. I made somebody mad somewhere, and I'm like, I don't know what I did, and they will, but it's always hidden. Like, these people are hiding in that space where it's like I have that anonymity to be able to just sit there and do behind a computer, and I just feel sorry for those people at the end of the day. Through gritted teeth. I'm not all about. I do get upset occasionally, but I can tell you that it is. For a while I was like, who didn't like me? Now, I did watch a big reviewer, I can't remember who he is. He's the guy who does the chopsticks, and he was the Sultan of Silver, and he did beard reviews for a while, and he has like 250,000 followers. That guy for a while, yeah, and I can't remember. I have to go look. I don't know if you guys have ever seen him, but he's a barber as well, and the guy he said he spent like about a year getting mad about comments because he would get these trolls out there who would just say ridiculous stuff on his YouTube page. And he would just get really flippantly mad at it. And then he realized at some point that he was just chasing his tail.
Yeah. Agreed.
Somebody knows who you're talking about.
Yeah.
I get somebody who dislikes all my videos too. I think it's a company that I didn't even give them a bad review. I just didn't give them the most gushing of reviews that they wanted. And now I think they just hate everything I put out.
Well, you know what? That's the thing about a reviewer is that if you get honest. Now, I have rarely found anything that I hate. That's interesting. I'm not going to point it out, but what was it that you didn't like about it? Just the feeling beard, or?
You want me to go off the worst one I ever had?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so the bomb felt like I was putting cold snot into my beard. The oil was thin and watery and felt like it never absorbed into my beard at all. Like it felt like it just was running back out of my beard as soon as I put it in.
Oh goodness.
And it was just not a fun product. And privately, if you guys ask me who it was, I will tell you. That way you never go buy that product.
Yeah.
And you would be surprised at who it is because it's a pretty big company.
Interesting.
So
I
I
had a
remember
company.
now what Joe said.
Go ahead, Dave.
Remember earlier I was like, circle back. So
yeah.
How do you, like you guys, I trust your guys' opinions and the people in the live chat. So I something got brought up about negative reviews the other day, right? Do you guys think it's right to blast somebody? Like I'm not that type of person. Like I'm that guy that like, hey, it's a good product, but it's not for me. But yeah, somebody was like, well, I don't know if I'd watch him if he's never going to do a negative review. Maybe I just trust the reviewer's opinions and I get lucky and buy good products. You know what I mean? But I mean, what's your guys' opinion? Like, would you openly blast a company?
So listen, like I said, I think I'm the only person here right now who has a negative review or two out there right now. Right? You guys, anybody?
You're not.
I took mine down.
No, the most I've said is it's not for me. That's
okay.
It.
So
I took mine down because I don't think that because it was my very first review and I don't think I went about it the right way. But
so
yeah, it just wasn't for me.
Here's what I did. Here's what we did because again, it's me and my brother when we do this, right? So the first thing I did was I had it for 5 days, right? And after that, I gave it to my brother. I'm like, dude, please tell me you find something good to say about this product because right now I got nothing. I was like, I've got nothing right now, right? So he takes it. He comes back, same thing. I'm like, oh, man, what are we going to do, right? So I'm like, all right, well, honesty comes first. So we shot the review. And I said, listen, I found every positive I possibly could. Like, the labels look cool. The concept is a cool idea. The scent profiles were pretty cool. Like, I tried to find every possible positive I could. And then at the bottom of it, though, I was like, at the end of the day, though, this product just did not work for me. I did not have a good experience with it. And I can't recommend it to you guys based off my experience. That's basically the way I handled it.
That's professional.
Yeah.
It's funny. Now I know what company you're talking about.
Do you?
I remember in a live stream something about, and they had this really awesome artwork.
Oh, yeah.
I remember now.
Yeah.
Oh,
dude, you pay attention.
You guys got to check this out.
He pays attention. I got to be careful, man. That guy listens.
Have you guys seen this company yet?
Who is that?
What in the holy hell is that?
That's Edward Scissorhands, right?
Oh my God!
That is so cool.
Yeah, that's
awesome.
oils, man.
That is so awesome.
Yeah, that's Edward Scissorhands.
So it's and if you guys reach out to them, get ready for a language barrier. It's a company called Scissor Hands out of Ukraine.
Oh my God!
These guys
Nice.
are putting out the dopest boxes I've ever seen.
Do you have the bomb? Do you have the bomb right there,
Joe's hitting him up now.
Dave? Do you have the bomb right there?
Right now.
I forgot about those.
If you have the bomb, I wanted you to show them that the bottom of the lid, because they have I've seen that they have the artwork on the inside of the top of the lid and the top of the lid.
Oh, that's cool.
I've seen their artwork. It looks awesome.
Oh, I got him.
Super good dudes. Super good dudes.
Oh man, look at this
I
stuff.
saw that in your stream the other
Dave,
night.
You know what
Dave.
you just did? I had all my purchases for the next month all lined up, and now look what you've done. Now I'm going to be buying more stuff. Oh man, look at this stuff. This is ridiculous.
Cha-ching,
Look at that artwork on that.
Look at this. They got it sitting inside of a guitar. Who does that?
Yeah, and the artwork's
Yeah,
on the
that's
inside of the
cool
top
stuff.
of the lid as well. It's awesome.
Oh, what?
Their packaging is just crazy.
Okay.
So Dave,
Yeah.
how long have they been in business?
Huh?
How long have they been running?
They've been around for a while, but I haven't seen one U.S. reviewer review them.
You
Really?
say they're from the UK, right?
Bearded
Ukraine.
Viking Matt out of the UK.
UK?
Did a huge review, and then they have like 2 Ukrainian reviewers, but no one in the U.S. has reviewed them yet.
Nice.
They've been around a while though.
And they're Ukraine,
And
right?
Their
Ukraine
balm tins match the color. That's super cool.
That is
Like
amazing.
it's a pink balm tin.
That's awesome.
That's wrong way.
And
Yeah,
I want
it's
to see the
cool.
top of
It's
the
cool.
inside of the
It's
top.
different, but it's cool.
Can we see the inside of the lid?
Oh yeah. Like this side?
Oh, that one. Oh no,
Or like
the
this
top. Okay, that one doesn't have it.
Huh.
Look at what just happened here. Look at what you
The
did,
one-
Dave.
The one Wild Hair UK, when he reviewed it, he showed one that had the artwork on the inside of the top of the balm lid
So,
and the bottom.
Is every
I got a coon
sound
box.
working?
You guys did. Anybody else got one? No.
I got one.
Nice, Joe. Nice.
You got one too?
Yeah, I got the
Oh man, Dave's no fun.
the oil. I got the oil.
You got the oil one? Yeah, I got the matching oil and bomb.
I like
That's
that
cool.
box. That box is really
Chris-
cool.
Chris is a buddy of mine at this point. He's intense, but he's an awesome dude.
Yeah, he's a good dude. So Tyson has a good point here, and I thought that we could bring this up. So this really does happen. They usually, so when you give a bad review, they usually stop talking to you, and definitely Tyson has been in the game a while. So, and then you magically get more thumbs down, which is what Joe's experience has been.
Yep.
Than you're used to. And then this is the weird thing. So then, and then they also talk, companies also talk to each other, and then all of a sudden, you kind of get maybe a bad, and that is truth. That is truth. That the companies will talk, they'll badmouth you to another company. So then, you could be, but there's so many companies, so it's really not that big of a thing. But
I just don't see how you can really bash anyone. I feel like everyone has their own values to bring to the table.
I think Dave just exited.
I'm sorry.
out.
Wait. What are you saying, Mech?
I said I don't see how anyone could really bash a company or another reviewer. I mean, I feel like everybody has their own awesome values to bring to the table. We're an awesome community here.
Yes, but however, at the end of the day, when you're a reviewer, you do hold a certain obligation to the people who are watching as well.
Well, of course.
Okay. Uh-oh.
Open a door.
What's up?
He opened your door by himself.
Look at that. Say hi.
Oh, he's a cutie.
Say hi to everyone. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
How you doing, little buddy?
Look at me.
Sorry,
What is
guys.
going
My
on
iPhone's
here?
giving me problems.
It's
Yeah,
okay.
no worries, Dave.
And everybody, I love you. Okay, I love you. Night night, buddy.
Bye-bye.
That was my nephew. He's awesome.
Yeah, that is awesome.
So again, I don't feel the need to slam or go on there and be like, this company doesn't know what they're talking about or something. But we do still hold a certain obligation when we're doing the reviews to be honest, to be real. And, you know, the thing that bothers me just a little bit now, and I'm not trying to, when a company sends a product to someone or when you buy it, I guess maybe it depends on the way they feel about things. But when I buy a product or whether you send me a product, either way, you're not guaranteed a good review. Like, that's not what this is.
Right.
I promise them an honest review. That's what I promise them. Okay?
Integrity.
And our reviews are based off of many, many circles here. I mean, we had companies that came in, the product was okay, but they were ripping people off, and we knew it. So I can't sit there and recommend your product to someone when you're trying to take advantage of people.
I agree with that.
So, you know, I've had situations like that. You can probably go find that one too if you want. It ain't hard to find, I promise you. I've had other ones where the price was low, but so was the product. You know what I mean? Like, there's a give and take there. So again, what I try to do is, at the end of the day, I just try to make sure that everyone knows wherever I stand on a product, it's my opinion. That's it. It is my opinion solely. I am not the, you know, be all end all word when it comes to this product. Nobody is. It's an overall community-based decision on what you think of the product.
Right.
It just so happens that most of the ones I dislike, I've talked to other people, so I don't know what.
Right.
Either
It's just
that,
like,
or I just buy really bad stuff.
it's just like recently. That's why when I put my reviews up, I put in the description part, I put, you know, this is my review and experience, because that is my personal experience with it. You know, because everybody's different. Not everybody's going to get the same results out of it. It's not like I'm saying, you know, oh, it's good for you. It's good for you. It's good for you. Because, you know, it might not be.
Right.
You could be hazardous to, you know, Mech, or it could, you know, kill Dave. Who knows? You know,
Dude,
we're all different.
bring up that comment. Can you
Which
bring
one?
up Bam's the last
Oh, the
comment
new one?
Bam put in?
That one
Right there. Yeah, see? That's a company that I have an awesome relationship with, and I wasn't afraid to tell him, like, listen, unfortunately, these scents just aren't working for me, brother. And he's going to put out stuff that I don't enjoy, but I'm sure other people love.
Yeah.
And he's going to put out stuff that I love that other people aren't going to like. It's just the way the game goes. He didn't. I was actually really nervous to tell Bam I didn't like those scents too. I love Bam, dude. The man is amazing. And when he sent me the stuff, I was like, oh man, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I don't like him. He's going to get mad at me. I was like, just because I didn't want Bam to be mad at me, but he's an awesome dude. He took it right in stride. He was like, hey man, we'll keep figuring this out. And then that's how this was born. So
Mr. Acker said something that was very interesting. And so he's saying, for sure, if a reviewer is lacking or losing respect or professionalism in a review, we owe it to each other to keep him in check. And
Agreed.
I think that's totally true. And I think that's what the reviewing community, and we have our own little, you know, there's a community behind everything too, just like it is with beard products. But I think keeping somebody in check. Now, the one thing that I'm going to note is that
anybody else really want Rob Acker to put them in check? Like, I just want it to happen.
He would do it. Well, he's
I just want Acker to yell at me. I just, you know.
But here's the
and then I'm going to record it, and I'm going to put it up as my YouTube video for the week.
So if we see something going on, right? But if we see something going on, and Rob is somebody, but would you go to that person directly and say, "Hey, I think you got out of check. I think you got out of pocket."
I just did.
Right. Well, who else would?
I think so the bearded community is about brotherhood, right? Like, it's a brotherhood of like-minded men that have something in common. So I am a big fan, and those that are close to me, like, and I hope one day all you guys are, but like Tyson, Cribs, a couple other people, And I would respect it from anybody. If you DM me and you're like, Dave, you're tripping, or if you call me and you're like, Dave, you're tripping, I'm going to respect that. But I know me well enough to know that if I get blasted publicly, I'm going to want to react. You know what I mean? Like, I think you should go to a person, like, not to use Joe as an example, but if I had some issue, I could be like, hey, Joe, man, look, this is how I feel about this. And will you turn that light on, Sam? And this is what I hope you'll do and repair it, you know? But I feel like I would get upset in the wrong way if I was blasted publicly for something nobody talked to me about before.
Right.
And I'm new. I'm the newest in this whole group. I'm the newest guy. Every reviewer, it seems like, has been around longer than me. So I want people to check me, but I don't want somebody to check me in a public forum where it's like a witch hunt. You know what I mean?
Right. That's just respect for the other person to privately talk to them about something.
That's what I think. And I think that if you have a problem with somebody, you can always go to somebody and talk to them man to man and say, hey,
Absolutely.
I saw that you did this. It's probably something that's not professional in some way. Go ahead, Joe.
I would hope that all you guys knew, if I did something you guys didn't like or something like that, that it's, dude, just come to me. Tell me. Don't, you know what I mean? By now, I would hope you all know. And Dave, the same goes for you at this point. If I do something that you're not cool with, or I do something that you think is stepping above the line or over the line or whatever the hell the saying is, come tell me. You know what I mean? Like, and that's the way I am. Something happened recently. I'm not going to put the guy on blast because we did talk one-on-one. I told him how I felt about the situation, that I felt like what he said and the way he went about things was wrong. And he messaged me back and we talked for a minute, and that was that. We ended it there. But I would hope that in the same given situation, somebody would do the same to me. And I've had people do the same to me already. So we should be able to talk one-on-one. When I'll get mad is if I, turn a video on or somebody messages me and they're like, hey, so-and-so is live and they're just straight out blasting you right now.
Okay.
That's when I'm going to turn around and be like, okay, well now, it's war. Now let's go.
Right. And I think that's the chicken way of being able to address something. I think that as grown men, we have the emotional IQ and the communication skills to be able to tell somebody straight up how we feel about what's going on. But I think the thing that really bothers me is people that go behind your back and they talk in little side groups about somebody, and then it turns into, then they kind of, the other person doesn't have an opportunity to respond to whatever had happened.
Gossiping.
And you know what? It's easy for us to get caught up in the gossiping. I've heard so and so, but I always hope that whoever it is that brought it to my attention that somebody's doing that they brought it to the other person's attention as well.
Right. Oh yeah.
If you got the guts enough to message me and run around behind someone's back and talk about them, then have enough guts and enough, cojones, if you will, to go and say it to the person himself. Don't sit here and hide and run to me. You want to talk to me about it, fine. But at least tell me that you brought it up to them one-on-one as well.
Yeah, and I think that's what was bothering me for the longest, Joe, about what was said about me, is just because it wasn't said to me. That's what made me mad. It really made me mad. I was just like, in my mind, it's like, who is it? Who is it? I want them to come say it to me, say it to my face, Right. That's what made me mad. It's just like... That's
also why I told you not to worry about it, though, because obviously whoever was saying it didn't deserve your time because they didn't have the respect enough to come say it to your face. If they had an issue with you, they could have said it to you. Just like if you got an issue with me, come say it to me. Don't go and tell Practitioner that you... Oh, wait, he's over there. Don't go and tell Practitioner you got a problem with me. Come tell me you got a problem with me.
Exactly. Right. It's just like, it's the unknown is what bothers people, I guess, more the most of anything is what people don't know. That's what scares people, is the unknown.
Somebody just called us the All-Star Cast. Somebody just called us the All-Star Cast.
But I think you're absolutely right, and that's the one thing that I think we can all be professional in this community as well. And the part that drives me bananas, and this is every 2 or 3 months, some sort of beard drama shows up on our plates, as though we're
That's
not.
gonna happen, though, dude.
It does, and it's like some of it happens, and then some of it you're like, we are grown men.
Yes, that's
grow
happened
the
more
hell
than
up.
once.
Yeah, grow the
More
hell
than
up.
once, I have found myself looking at situations where I'm like, seriously, are we 16-year-old females? Like, is that what's happening right now?
Right.
No, we're grown men. Can we please stop? Like, and then I'll get messaged about it, and I'm like, I don't care. Like, I just genuinely don't care.
Right.
Like, I'm not 12. I'm not going to gossip about this with you. I don't care.
Man up.
It's got nothing to do with me.
Right.
But
and there are situations. Go ahead, Zebra. Go ahead.
But if you notice now, though, I'm back and better than ever, though.
Absolutely. Well, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. That's truth. And the other thing is that you do have people that have your back. Especially, we got yours, Zebra. Of course, we do.
Absolutely.
And
Agreed.
I think
not at all. I ain't backing you up for a second, dude. You're on your own.
And that's the thing about good friends, is they have your back. Genuine friends, and people that are not genuine, they're gonna hate. Just like Dave was saying, haters are gonna hate. And there's people are going to exist in our community. It is a truth, Joe, like you said. There's always going to be that bearded drama is going to happen, because there's going to be people that are immature, that don't know how to handle their issues in some other more grown-up way.
It's anything in life. Anything in life, man.
Absolutely.
The other fact is, too, you've got people that are just, and I want to say it the right way. You got people that are just so miserable in their own personal lives that to see someone else doing something that gives them joy almost makes them angrier. And the reason I can speak on that is because that was me at one point. That was totally me at one point, and I'm not ashamed to say it. I was just an angry individual. And when I saw somebody else happy or doing something that made them happy, it made me even angrier. But I'm here to tell you, man, that does nothing for you. Nothing. All it does is dig you deeper and deeper into the hole and make you an angrier and angrier person to the point where you can't even recognize yourself at the end of the day. Just get away from it all, man. Just stop.
Yeah. And that's what, so part of my new idea is that I'm going to post some very positive content onto IGTV, like once or twice a week. And I kind of said something about negative people being dear teachers to you, having patience and compassion for them, but also letting it go, being able to have the opportunity to let it go and just not be in that space, and realizing that when you sow something that's negative, it's going to reap something negative on the other side of that. You know, it's just, you sow a negative seed, you're planting it, you're going to water that, and it's going to come back up negative. And then you're going to wonder why your life is negative and not working out as well as you want it to. It's, you know,
going to blow up.
Yeah. And that's what karma is. That's really what karma is that's you sow seeds. It's, you know, it's positive things will happen to positive people who are sowing positive things.
Yep.
So Go ahead.
Not bringing religion into this at all, but they remind me of a sermon that we did have at church at one time, though, about how Lucifer he tries to steal the seeds and everything, you know, of fruition. And that kind of reminds me of how the trolls are. They try to steal the seeds of positivity, and, you know, that's all they want to do.
Absolutely.
We're just all trying to spread positivity. Go ahead.
I'll tell you guys, like, so in my real job, like, positivity plays a huge part in what I do. So there's a couple people that I go to, like, if I'm having a bad day or I start to get negative, like Josh Coburn. I don't know if you guys have ever watched Josh.
He's amazing.
He's one of those people, like, I need it that way, you know, but I think the bearded community, what brought me in, aside from having a beard, was like uplifting, you know, like positivity, being uplifting, and everybody supporting each other. And I think when that factor gets taken out, we're all in trouble. But as for the trolls, man, like, I don't understand the game plan. I don't understand the end game. Like, if I'm trying to make Joe mad, Like, I'm going to pick at Joe and pick at Joe. And a really big reviewer, I'm not going to put his name out there. We actually had a conversation yesterday, and he said some of the truest words. He said, I refuse to fuel or even respond to things like that when they happen.
Absolutely.
I stay out of it. I go about my day, and that's it. It's done. You know, I just think, I mean, it's unfortunate, man, but it's going to happen.
Well, you don't fuel it if you don't, right? And I completely agree with you. I think you can let it go and just be like, that's their sad problem. I actually, for me, it's like time to send up some compassion for somebody who doesn't have a clue, has some delusional thinking.
Like I said, the only reason I even thought about, even remotely considered going back at them was because of the context and what was said. That was the only thing that pulled. Yeah, well, I'm from Jersey too. That doesn't help things. Yeah, I'm just angry by nature and ready to hurt people for a living. But you know, you know, balded, bearded, we're all out here ready to hurt somebody in Jersey. You step on our shoes, we're gonna go off on you out here like we're crazy. But you talk about my family, I mean, we're really gonna have an issue now. But at the end of the day, it wasn't like I had to just keep reminding myself, like, this isn't even a real person. This is a coward hiding behind a fake account, trying to set me off and ruin the rest of my day because his life sucks. No thanks. I'm good. Move on.
Feel you.
Well played, Joe.
Well played. Yeah. So I think that's about our hour-and-a-half moment, guys. My wife has already given me the stink eye a couple times, sent the grandson in to look at me and say, Grandpa, what's going on? You have the Apple TV in there.
Come on, man. I've had kids coming in all night. Like,
You have, except for they don't want to use your television and blare it. And they want to watch, what do they want? Frozen 2. I don't think anybody wants to hear Frozen 2 music for the next hour.
I'm good. I've seen it. I'm good.
I
saw the first one a few million times. I'm good.
You know it. That's when you know that you've, like I was telling my kids, is that they all have like specific movies that they have memorized because they watched it over and over again. And I was like, oh yeah, I remember that. I can't even believe that we ever watched it that many times.
Yeah, and the water I've been drinking this whole time is getting to me.
Yeah,
Princess
no problem.
We watched Princess and the Frog probably at least 250 times.
Yep. Because that was that whole time frame, and I remember that. That came out right at that time. Yep. So what do we have going on, Mr. Dave? What do you got going on this week?
I have got the Barden review dropping tomorrow. I've got a straight razor lineup video that I'm shooting tonight. I've got an unboxing for Epic. And then, I don't know, trying to get on schedule, man. You know how it goes.
Yep. Totally understand. What do you got going on, Joe?
I got a cramp. That's what I got.
Yeah, I saw that.
I have a review coming up for Boss Man. They sent me coolest thing that's happened to me recently, actually. A random email they just sent me. Asked me if they could send me their pomade. Like, totally random. I didn't even know they knew I existed. So that was kind of nice.
That is cool. Who is that from?
Boss Man.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't even know they knew I existed. And they hit me up and said, hey, can we send you out a pomade and a jelly? And I was like,
of course.
Wait, you mean me, right? Like, you're talking to me? This isn't Dan T's channel. Like, you know, me, right? Okay, yeah, well, I mean, fine, whatever. I've got a tactical review coming up.
Cool.
And then I'm going to be tomorrow night. We will be on whose channel? Which one? Your channel, right?
Mine. Yeah.
Yeah. Your channel. You're live. I'm just the guy talking at the end of the night. So they'll take it from there.
Nice.
Yeah,
Zebra, you are. We'll wait for Zebra because Zebra has a big deal. So we'll go Chad next.
All right. So this company reached out to me. So I'm doing a review.
I can't see who that is.
Sircar.
Okay.
Never heard of him.
Yeah. So I'm doing a review on them. I can't wait for that Queen's Jester to get in.
No, you can't.
It's like freaking.
It's amazing, dude. Amazing.
And then I got some new stuff coming in from Voodoo.
I just got something from Voodoo.
And Zebra knows what I'm talking about, but he can't say nothing, so don't say nothing. Look at him smiling.
That's cool, guys.
It's gonna be awesome.
So I will put Zebra last because I want to hype it up and everybody to remember exactly what's going on. Mine is I have a collab being dropped next Wednesday with Tex from Bard & Brand Beards. We did a scent called Awaken. It's an actual aromatherapy scent. So we designed it be aromatherapy.
I saw that.
Yeah,
I've seen that too.
Yeah, we're dropping it in the next week. And all of the proceeds are going to the suicide prevention hotline.
Awesome, very awesome.
Part of the proceeds.
Awesome.
Yeah, so that's a dear. Again, we talked about last week. Something dear to my heart because I had a daughter that went through that.
Right.
And then I am actually reviewing miners. So I got some miners in house, and man.
That's an easy review.
My wife liked it. She's like, I've tried some stuff or I've seen some stuff, I smelled some stuff, but this stuff is the best. She really liked it, and it was like alcohol based. It was their moonshine and their bourbon.
Yeah,
the Spitfire bourbon is awesome.
Miner's review was an easy night.
I was thinking that, and I got their new butter. So their new whip butter, Supreme. I've been using it this week. It is definitely one of the most.
Sammy Cakes.
I'm happy to have this review going in my channel because it'll be fun. It's a good.
Come on in. You can come in for goodbyes.
Oh yeah, throw her in. So let's get the next thing. Yeah, hey Sammy. So let's get Zebra on really quick and say he has a big show tomorrow. So let's.
But I have a headphone.
Nope, she got a headphone. Hang on one second, Zebra.
That was my ear. Crusty just gave
Will you just put it in your ear? Say hi to everybody.
Hi, Sammy.
So the star of this week, I think, goes to Zebra. He has the biggest thing going on this week. Let's go ahead and talk about it and get everybody excited about it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's just like today. I had the collab with Whiskey and Hardtack, which sold out today, and it raised $520 towards rare disease awareness. So that's awesome, and that's what the tomorrow. That's what the show is going to be about. It's going to be a big rare disease awareness show, and I will be sharing my story as well as. We're just going to put the link to where people can go and donate personally to the rare disease organization themselves. Yep. And we're going to have a bunch of different giveaways as well. I'm going to have Joe come on as well and share his story and tell his story and his experiences as well. So hopefully it will be a good turnout because I've also been talking to Joe a little bit about it and about if it turns out well this year. Of course, I'm going to do it again next year anyways, but I've been talking to Joe a little bit about it. I kind of want to, we want to do it again next year, but try to have it bigger if we can. And I've got
we're going to jump into it together. Yeah, we're going to jump into it together for sure. And we're going to spend the next year pretty much getting ready for the next one. And when we come with the next one, it's going to be something big. I promise you that one.
Nice, guys.
Because I've had some ideas. I've talked to a couple companies already about having designing a T-shirt even for it. If somebody wants to maybe possibly purchase a T-shirt next year, for it and everything, and just try to get it out there more. So hopefully next year it'll be bigger and better. But I'm hoping and praying that tomorrow is going to be just as good anyhow.
I'll do my part, brother. No worries. We'll get the word out.
I'll be there.
Absolutely. So anybody who is on this, please reach out to whoever you can. It's a really awesome cause, and we know some brothers that are in these situations. And I've talked to both of you guys. I talked to Zebra the other night for a couple, for like a 20-30 minutes or so, talking about what he's going to be saying, and I think it maybe helped him out a little bit on trying to get, because this is a big thing for these guys who are living with these. And it's good to be aware of it. Jump on this stream, donate if you can, be part of a very good organization that's going to help find some cures, hopefully. And, again, these are two guys that are amazing guys. So they kick butt here, and they're willing to go out there and be vulnerable for everybody. And let's give them some support.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm not gonna pretend like tomorrow is gonna be the easiest thing me or Zebra have ever probably done before. But you know what? At the end of the day, it's all about raising some awareness. So hopefully, enough people tune in, and we can get the word out there.
Yeah, well, we're here for you, buddy. You know that.
Absolutely.
What?
Like your brain things.
Yes.
All right, Sammy, do you want to let it go? We want to hear the last word being saying good night. So let's see Sammy say good night to everyone out there.
Sammy, go ahead, say good night and tell them to stay bearded. Have fun.
Good night. Stay bearded, people.
There you go. Have a good night, guys.
See you guys.
Thanks, Dave, for coming on in.
Later.
Thanks for inviting me.